Hi guys, and welcome back to Playtech TV. My name is Greg, and today we're going to be looking at the AC5400 wireless router from Linksys. Okay, so first of all we're going to crack this open and have a look what we've got here. Alright. Oh, whoa, as you can see, this thing is absolutely massive. Let's just get that out of the way. So, this is probably the biggest router I've seen in recent memory anyway. Well, mainstream stuff. Some of our commercial stuff is pretty big, but look at that. 8 antennas, that is crazy. The thing looks like a bug. This thing feels solid and weighty. It is definitely a serious piece of gear. And this part on the front, that actually comes to life. That's actually a screen. And we also have 8 Lan ports on the back and a, where are we? There, a WAN port as well for connecting to your external network for your internet there. We've got plenty of ventilation on the top. I can see some kind of serious heat sinks inside there through the sort of casing. And of course we've got the little actual LCD screen on the top there. You can't see now because it's turned off. What else have we got? We've got a USB 3 and a USB 2 connection on the back. So you can set up things like file sharing and printer sharing and things like that. So definitely a pretty serious unit here. The power supply for this guy is actually bigger than some laptops come with these days. So this is hardcore, 100% hardcore. Okay, so what's with all the antennas and what's with this like ridiculously high transfer speeds and stuff they're saying on this one? 5400 megabit per second and stuff. So the way that works out is you've actually got 3 separate networks that can be run simultaneously. 3 separate Wi-Fi networks, I should say, that can be ran simultaneously on this guy. One on a 2.4 gig band that will go at up to 1000 megabits per second. You've got 2 that will run on the 5 gigahertz band that can go up to 2167 megabits per second. Where the 5400 number comes from is that they actually sum all the different networks together, and they sort of say, hey, this one can do 1000, this one can do 2167, and so on. And they sort of add all that together and they go, yeah, that's more or less 5400 megabytes per second in total that the thing can sort of process at once. So that's where that crazy high number comes from. So it can't actually process a single connection at 5400 megabits per second, but it can do 3 simultaneously that are ridiculously fast as well. So another thing that you might see popping up on spec sheets these days is Mu-Mimo. What the hell is that? Mu-Mimo. Multiple users, multiple in, multiple out. So what that actually means is this router can actually handle several users at once, each with completely separate connections. So I know what you're probably thinking, but hold on, my router at home can have, 5-6 people on it and it works fine. That's true, but the way that routers work is that they actually can only process a single connection at a time. They're just really fast at switching backwards and forwards. So when one person's requesting information, it's dealing with them and then it'll switch back to the other person. So that's why you can game while you stream. It's just flicking backwards and forwards really, really fast. The problem with this is that it actually takes time to do that, and although it is very, very fast, that actually still contributes to lag and things like that. So with Mu-Mimo, multiple user, multiple in, multiple out, it can actually separate those different users and treat them all independently and sort of say, hey look, you're streaming over here, I'm just going to handle that. You're gaming over here, I'm just going to handle that separately. And everyone gets their own sort of connection, and the latency and lag and everything like that goes way down as a result of that. So a very cool feature for high demand gaming, streaming, that kind of stuff. It's very, very cool here. Now another cool aspect of these new Linksys routers is actually the smart Wi-Fi app that they come with. So a lot of people don't even bother installing it or anything like that. They just kind of go, it's an app. What do I need another app for? I got enough apps for everything, but it's actually pretty cool, especially if you're into gaming. The reason why is because you can actually prioritize the kind of network traffic that you currently have on your network. So say it's like, just after dinner time, that classic time of night when you want to just sit down and play your games, but then someone in the next room has got to watch Gilmore Girls or like whatever, and they're just chewing up all your bandwidth with their Netflix. You can actually prioritize your gaming traffic over their streaming traffic. Like, what does it even matter if the video takes 2 seconds more to load? It's far more annoying to have to keep respawning and keep getting wasted and letting your team down. So you can actually prioritize your gaming data over their streaming data to ensure that your game isn't really interrupted, or you're not getting lag spikes or anything like that, just because of their, you know, lame Gilmore Girls or whatever, you know, they're watching their anime or something like that. So that's a really cool feature that is directly applicable to gamers. I mean, you could do it the other way around if someone was trying to play games and you just really wanted to watch, you know, Gilmore Girls or something like that. You know, you could do that, but whatever, you know, I'm not going to judge. And you can also actually choose a Wi-Fi device on your network, and you can actually turn off their access. You can actually go, hey, look, you on your phone over there, you know, whatever you're doing, I don't like it, and you can just cut it off. And then you can turn it back on later if you want, or you can just cut it off. You can also actually create a guest network as well. So if you got like lots of people coming around or something like that, and you don't want to like type out your password every time, or you don't want to give your password out full stop because, you know, like maybe you know, someone's gonna sit in your driveway and like download all kinds of, you know, like dodgy stuff or something, you know, maybe you just don't want to go there. So you can actually create a guest network and actually put a password on that and keep that completely separate and just give that to people when they come around and kind of like sandbox their little internet experience there. Turn it on, turn it off, do whatever, you know. So that's kind of cool and just a little security feature. And you can also do all the normal stuff like parental features and things like that. You can block out content, you know, like in case you got kids or little brothers or little sisters and stuff. You know, you can completely like keep them away from any bad stuff out there. Or maybe you just don't trust yourself, you know, and you got to get some work done, but you got a high-speed internet connection and it's Friday night and you're all alone. You know, once again, I'm not going to judge. I'm not gonna judge. So as far as apps go, it's actually really useful, and I usually hate like all these tacky little apps that come with things and stuff, but this would actually have a permanent home on my home screen there, so I actually quite like it. It's very useful. So that's my little overview slash unboxing of the AC5400 from Linksys, the tri-band gigabit Mu-Mimo router. It is pretty incredible there. It's a really nice router, and I can't wait to get this in at home and have a play around with it. It's undoubtedly going to make things a lot nicer around my house. In fact, I think this thing is probably going to raise the actual value of my house. This thing is very cool. So that's all for today. I will see you again next time on Playtech TV. Thank you very much.